my real voice is total fake. I never speak in my real voice. I would say that I don't consciously go like, oh, pass me the butter. But there are certain aspects to all the characters that I play that certainly come out at weird times. Or, you know, like, oh, wow. And then I'm going, oh, wait, that sounds like someone else. That's not really, you know, because all of us have quite a range, whether we choose to use it or not. And I think sometimes my characters do kind of creep out a little bit, but not on purpose. Yeah, and I do tend to try to rest a little bit. I don't yell as much. I'm not as angry when I get home. But I do try to rest my voice a little bit once I get home. So, yes.
Who was your favorite Ash sidekick?
Well, I played May, so I'm going to say May. But I loved the triumvirate. I loved that it was Ash and Brock and Misty. The three of them together were great. And then I will be honest that although I didn't dislike Max, it's just that odd kind of, you know, jumping the shark type thing when you bring the little brother character in. But I did like the way that they could all kind of be more themselves because there were three of them, or four. And so you always would have an ally, let's say. So I liked that there were at least three traveling together.
And my second question, when you were playing Ash and May, what was it like having a conversation between the two?
Right. Well, what was great is that when you're dubbing something, you record one character the whole way through, and then go back and record the other character. So usually I would always do Ash first, and then Ash's mom, or then May, or something like that. So it may sound narcissistic, but I love doing scenes with myself. It was really fun, you know, and also, quite honestly, most of the time I go to record something and I don't know what the person before me has said or how they said it. And we get into the booth, the picture starts going, we're looking at the script for the first time and we just start. And so you're kind of skimming down to figure out what the line is before yours, how the actor might say it, and then responding to something that you haven't heard. So if I'm in a scene with the character I've already recorded, I can have an actual conversation. So it's not as narcissistic as I make it seem. But it was really fun. In other shows that I do that are pre-laid, whereas we record the voice first and then they do the picture later, usually we're in the booth with a couple of people, or you switch characters as they come to it. So you don't have the luxury of staying in one voice the whole way through. And that I like too. You know, I like the challenge of all the different things. Yes?
Have you or your daughter ever played any of the Pokemon games?
Yes. I have Fire Red.
My little brother has those too. He still has them, I think. I've not played them. Well, it's partially, I just don't have time. I'm like so busy. But really, when my little brother was 10, he'd go, oh, look at this game. And I said, oh, could I try it? No, wait, let me just get through this level, you know? So I never really had a chance to play it, and it's somewhat similar now. Rena's playing it and advancing quite well. But I just don't, we don't share the game between our DSs. Yes?
How surreal was it the first time you were
How surreal was it for me to first hear my voice in a cartoon or on something? You know, I guess I have to think about that because as an actor, you're trained to just be able to do something and then step outside and watch it objectively. So, so in a way, I look at it more technically. But there was something amazing to turning on the TV at, I think, 6 a.m., that first show, setting my VCR, and watching it. And with Ash, though, I really feel like he is his own entity. Like, I can watch that show and go, oh, isn't it cute when he does that? Not, I like the way I played it, I wish I had changed. You know, I really watch it as if he's a kid I know. And that was pretty amazing. And And since you mention it, I do kind of find that still when I see Pokemon listed in the guide on my TV, sometimes I watch for a second and I just kind of fall back into that. It's like a comfort show for me. And then I can just kind of fall into the, like get into that world, not really think about, I remember what I was doing when we recorded this, or I just watch it for what it is. So I guess that is kind of surreal, actually. And it transports me, like I'm in a police box or something. Yes.
What was your favorite moment of Slayers?
Well, I have one bit where, I don't remember where it is in the series, but Amelia is standing at the top of this church spire and she's just singing out. And that, I think, fully expresses who she is. That A, she can be on top of a tiny, skinny, pointy thing and freely singing. That she's just so in the moment like that. And that's my favorite, I think. That I wish I did that. But I certainly would never go to the top of the CN tower or the CN tower or whatever. I wouldn't do that. Not even inside the I don't think. Yes.